So hello everyone. As said, thank you for joining our Oiksoo Timber webinar today. We are starting and we have people constantly joining our webinar, but it's good to see that we have so many interest all over Nordics and Baltics for our webinar. Over 60 participants have registered to get information regarding Oiksoo Timber solution. I have today with me our good consultant for Microsoft Dynamics Business Central and Oiksoo Timber, Kalle Uemäe, who will be answering your questions in Q&A block. Feel free to ask your questions, so we will be answering them. And if needed after the demo, we will also comment them. So let's start. First of all, short introduction about Oiksoo, Oiksoo Timber, why the solution has been made, and who we are. And after that, we will have a demo from our consultant Jana Lodjak regarding Microsoft Dynamics Business Central and Oiksoo Timber. It's about 50 minutes demo, and then after that we will have some time for questions and answers, and then closing remarks. So about Oiksoo, who we are. Most likely many of you haven't heard the name yet, but I'm happy to share our activities, who we are, what we are doing. We are a unique digitalization partner in Nordics and Baltics. We cover 4 main areas from IT world, so to say. So we help companies to advise their businesses regarding technology and innovation. We help to make innovation plans, digitalization plans, etc. If companies have all these kind of ideas and business, this kind of consultation plans in place, they definitely need IT support. We can help companies to maintain their IT infrastructure, networks, office and user support, all these kind of issues what companies need to make sure that IT is working. So if IT is working, then definitely companies need to ensure that processes are digitalized. And we have our digital part who is helping companies to digitalize their processes. We use Microsoft Dynamics and all other Microsoft technologies for digitalization purposes. We cover ERP, CRM, data and AI, human resources and payroll solutions. And then, of course, last but not the least, the cybersecurity part. Nowadays, very important to make cybersecurity audits, cybersecurity services, and the sustainability services as well. So these 4 are our main service pillars, and we would like to emphasize every time that in IT everything is connected, and as we see the whole pictures and we understand the details for our good customers. So that's why we are unique in the region. And of course, we need really good technology partners all around the world to deliver competitive advantages through IT. And we work with a lot of known names in the market, and we have expertises for all of these sectors. A little bit about numbers as well, who we are and where we are operating. Our main markets have been Baltics for more than 30 years, but now we have also opened our offices in Germany, and we have customers in 12 countries in Europe. And over the years, we have worked with more than 1,000 customers. By 2025, we have more than 260 employees in Oiksoo Group. We are ISO certified, and our revenue 2024 was over 42 million euros. Now, a few words about Microsoft Dynamics and Oiksoo Timber as well. When we need to look who we are in terms of Microsoft Dynamics Business Central, which is one of Microsoft ERP solutions, Then we have been working in Estonia almost 30 years, and also many customers in Nordic region as well. So by saying that, with these years, we have grown to a reliable partner who has been certified by Microsoft. We have hundreds of implementations over the years for Microsoft Dynamics Business Central and previous version of Vision. We do support customers in local languages in Baltics market and in other markets through our partner network. We have a lot of references and experiences from different business areas. Lately, more and more issues or topics are coming up in AI and this kind of analytics world. So we have strengthened our value proposition with data engineers and analytics part of the business. We have generated over the years a lot of own product portfolio, for example, Oiksio Timber, but many others. And we also support our customers generating integrations with other solutions. And just a little overview of our customers, for example, in Estonia, and many of them working with Pan-Baltic ways. Some of the names are known also in Europe and Nordic level. But over the years, we really have worked with many great customers supporting their business process digitalization plans. But more importantly for today's topic, if we come to Oiksio Timbers and why we think that there was a gap in the market to make such a product for timber industry. So first of all, we have been working with timber companies over 25 years. It means we have maintained a lot of experience from the industry, and we felt that there is no such solution for general, or let's say default Microsoft ERP. So every time we worked with timber companies, we needed to generate a lot of customer-based developments. So we saw there a gap in Baltics market and nowadays also in Nordics. So if to search other solutions for Microsoft Dynamics Business Central for timber industries, there is no other this kind of vertical or solution in the market in Baltics and Nordics. The solution is based on Microsoft Dynamics Business Central, which is one of Microsoft ERP solutions. It's a full-scale ERP. It includes all supply chain processes, including finances, warehouse, production, logistics, etc. So companies can really work in one solution, and they basically don't need any other solutions for maintaining their main processes. Of course, third-party solutions can be integrated for specific needs, but basically companies can have one main ERP which supports their main business. The solution is evolving. We have experienced product team, and we constantly do updates and new possibilities for the solution. And nowadays we see more and more need and already possibilities for AI, including Microsoft own developments. And we have our own team who is generating different AI solutions for timber industry and our Oiksio Timber solution. So these are, I would say, the main points to consider Oiksio Timber as main solution for timber industry companies. So now we switch to the demo. We will have about 50 minutes. It is pre-recorded to ensure the best quality, to ensure that there is no interruptions, etc. So our consultant Jana has done a great demo for you. As said, please ask questions in Q&A chat, and we will answer them during the demo. And after the demo, we will have your questions, if needed, answered by our consultant. So I will switch now to the demo and talk to you soon after the demo.
Hello, my name is Jana Lõdak, and I am Business Central Timber Solution Consultant in Oiksio Timber. I have been working with Business Central for over 5 years now, from which the past 3 years with Oiksio Timber Solution that we are going to talk about today. Today's webinar's main goal is to introduce you Vaikse Timber solution created by Üksi Digital, but in order to give you some context, I will also talk a bit about the Microsoft ecosystem, Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, on which the Timber solution has been built on. And in addition, we will go over the key benefits of Microsoft Cloud Technologies. And finally, I will demonstrate you the Vaikse Timber solution. The Microsoft Business Application Solution ecosystem is a powerful suite of tools designed to help businesses improve productivity and drive innovation. I believe that most of you are already familiar with Microsoft 365, which enables seamless collaboration, communication, and document management across teams and devices. Coupled with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, which is an ERP solution, businesses can help manage everything from financials and supply chain to operations and customer relations all in one place. Another powerful tool is Power Platform, which includes Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate. And those tools help you to analyze data, build custom apps, and automate your processes without having to write any complex code. Azure is world's biggest B2B cloud infrastructure provider. Together, these solutions create an integrated ecosystem that enhances efficiency and provides deep insights into your business. The competitive advantage lies in the collaboration between those various Microsoft solutions. And what makes Microsoft unique is that all these services are integrated, which means that it's easy to use them together. And if you only use one service, it doesn't create as much value as the synergy of multiple services working together. And this is where the real benefit comes from. So Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central has been selected by Forbes as the best ERP system for 2 consecutive years already. And it's a comprehensive enterprise resource planning software which covers all processes in a company. Business Central belongs to Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Applications product family and is now a fully cloud-based solution. And Business Central originally derives from Dynamics NAV. Let's talk about the key benefits of Microsoft Cloud Technology. First, it offers great accessibility, meaning that you can access your services anytime, anywhere. And also, the cloud solution is constantly evolving, keeping you up to date with the latest features and improvements. The solution has good integration capabilities, allowing you to connect with other tools and platforms very easily. And also, Microsoft has a strong development plan in place, ensuring continuous growth and innovation to all those services. One of the best parts of those cloud services is that the solutions are easily expandable through platforms like Microsoft AppSource. This is a place where you can download and add any additional apps that may give you some new features for your solution. In addition, it's always possible to create client-based customizations to your solution. The implementation requires minimal hardware investments as everything runs in the cloud. Plus, the service is subscription-based, and that makes it cost-effective and easily scalable. Microsoft also brings powerful AI solutions like Microsoft Copilot, enhancing productivity between your tasks. In addition, the solution is compliant with ISO standards, GDPR, and fulfills all ESG requirements. In the internet, there is an abundance of learning materials, so you can find answers to your questions even by yourself. And of course, finally, security. The security in the cloud solutions is top-notch, keeping your data safe at all times. Oiksho Timber is an industry-specific value-adding solution created by Oiksho Digital that extends the standard functionality of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central software. By default, in Business Central, all of the company's main processes are covered, but with the Timber solution, we have added all the wood industry specifics. Oiksho Timber solution covers all processes of sawmill, starting from receiving and measuring the logs, then processing them through sawing, drying, sorting, and finally finishing to sales and delivering the finished product to the customer. In the solution, we have covered all wood industry specifics, for example, pack management, and also the solution has been created in a way that it is possible to handle all uncertainties that are common in this industry, but are not covered by most ERP systems by default. And Oiksho Timber is suitable for all wood processing companies, such as sawmills, companies valorizing saw material, wholesalers, retailers, and even wooden houses manufacturers. Next, I will give you a demonstration of Oiksho Timber solution. We will be going through the supply chain, starting from purchasing the logs, processing them in the production, and finally we will ship the finished product to the customer. When we open Business Central, we can see a role center. In Business Central, there are built-in different roles so that the homepage for different users looks a bit different. So we can see the information that is most relevant to this role. Currently, I am using Business Manager role. On the homepage, in the first section, there are some most important lists, documents, or reports that are relevant to the chosen role. For example, for the Business Manager, there are something related to finance, sales, purchasing, and so on. On the second part, you can see the bookmarks bar, which can be changed by each user individually. Secondly, there are some fast actions, so it is easy to create new documents. And next, there are some activities, so most important numbers can be seen. And on the home screen, you can also see some key metrics that can be changed based on the user. So, for example, here we can see that I have colored red some metrics that I want to see easily. And also each role center and each list or page or document in Business Central can be personalized again for each user specifically. For this, we have personalization. So whatever I don't want to see on my homepage, I can easily hide, or we can also see that some parts are already hidden and we can bring them to be shown again. So, and for navigation in Business Central, we can use the fast tabs, or we can use search. The search works similarly to, for example, Google. So I can start typing and Business Central will find the relevant pages for me. For example, I want to look for finished production orders. I type something in and relevant list pages or documents will be found. So next in Business Central, there are lists, cards, and documents. And let's look at some of those. For example, let's open customers list. Here I can see all the customers that are described in the system. And here I can use filters to search for the customers. I can filter the lists based on fields that are described on cards. And it's also possible to sort the lists and filter to some value directly from here. And also it's possible to save the filters so that the next time I come to the same list, I don't have to create this filter again, but I can easily switch between the created views. And also here you can see that on the list views there are fact boxes. So here is some information about the customer, for example. And now from the list we can navigate to cards. Here we have customer cards, similarly to person items. So here it is described all of the information that we have about specific customer, item, or vendor. And again, here you can see that there is fact box. So we can, for example, get a fast overview of the customer sales history and so on. Also on the lists, it's possible to open the lists in Excel. So it is possible to use this data. Or we can also use Edit in Excel. This is where the integration with other Microsoft tools comes in hand. So the list opens in Excel, and we can also edit the list here. For example, if I want to change my customer name, I can do this in Excel and say publish. Now, when we go back to Business Central, we can see that the customer name has changed. So this is the short introduction about the Business Central basic functionality. So let's start our Timber solution demonstration from log procurement. But before we go on to that, I would like to show you how we have described items in Timber solution. In Timber solution, we are using thickness, width, and length for the items, which is necessary because we want to look at the product's movement through different processes using different units of measurements. In addition to that, it is possible to describe any other attributes to the items. And in this example, we have used, for example, species, moisture content, and quality, but the attributes can be described however you want to or need to. The measurements are important because we want to have different units of measurements for the items, which can be automatically created. And for that, in the Timber solution, we have created an easy way to create new item cards, as there are going to be many item cards because we are using the lengths. And for that, we have a function called create items using attributes. So if we want to create a new item, we can just say that we want similar item but in different length. And let's insert this information. We can also say how we want the item description to be created. And if we say OK, a new item will be created. So we can find the item using filters and say that this is the length we are looking for. So much about the items. Let's go to purchasing our logs. In order to purchase logs, we are using a document called Waybill. Timber solution is automatically integrated with EVR, which is Estonian Waybill system, but Timber solution can also be integrated with your country-specific similar solution. So the Waybill documents will be generated automatically into Business Central, and they can be in different types. Those are sale, purchase, and transfer if we are transferring logs between our different locations. And for the purchasing on the document, we have information about the Waybill. We have information about the transportation and dates. Also, who is the vendor. And if we have some more information from the system, for example, for the forest, place of delivery, and so on, this all will be created automatically. And the important part here is the lines where we describe our assortment that is going to arrive the amounts and any other information about this truck or assortment. So now if the truck is arriving at the gate can confirm this arrival. And in this window, the gate can say to which stack the logs will be put initially. So now we have confirmed our arrival time and we can start measuring the logs. When the logs have arrived, we can start measuring the logs. But before measuring, I'm going to show you log price lists. In Timber Solution, we have created log price lists, so it is possible to describe different price lists which can be valid on the same time. So we can describe a base price list that can be applied to all vendors, or we can describe a price list per vendor price group, or we can create price list for the vendor, or go even more specific and create price list for a specific contract. So on the log price list, we can change the status, so we want to edit it. And here we can say, describe our assortment using filters, so we don't need to create as many lines. For example, here I'm going to add a length filter, and let's say the top diameter filter is the same, and you can see the description is being generated based on the filters I have inserted. And this is the description you're going to further see on the purchasing documents. Now, before we go into log sorting, I'm going to show you also log sorting schemas. We have created a way to describe log sorting schemas. This can be described for your different sorting lines, and those can be active on different times. And on the log sorting schema, we say that from which bin the forklift needs to put the logs away into which stack. We can also add some comments here for our information. And based on this information, we are getting log sorting documents. The log sorting documents are generated automatically, so this means that the Timber Solution can be integrated with your sorting line, so we get this data automatically into Business Central. But this integration needs to be customer specific, as there are many different sorting lines available. In this example, we can look at the log sorting document. On the log sorting document, we have information about the sorting line, in which location is it. Also, we can have different statuses for this log sorting. We have information about whether there are any errors on this document. We can also make test sorting, which means that we are going to see the document, but there are no entries to be made in the finance or in our stock. We can also do resorting, both fully or partially. And if the log sorting is related to a waybill, we will have information about the waybill and vendor and even the contract. So from that information, we are going to finally find our log purchase price list. Also, there is information about sorting times and quantities, and as previously mentioned, purchase price list information. And finally, on the last part, there are lines, and here is one line is one log. So we are going to save all information about each log. So now if the sorting is done and approved, the log purchase price list is going to be found, and we can create purchase order. Also, from the log sorting card, we can print or send directly to the vendor or save CSV file the log sorting report. The log sorting report can be general, or we can get also a more detailed view, including the prices and details. So here is information about the measured logs that we can send to our vendor. So now if we have done this, we can navigate to purchase order directly from the log sorting card. On the purchase order in the header, we have information about our vendor, information about waybill and log sorting if those are related. And here on the lines, you can see the descriptions that have been generated automatically based on the log purchase price list that we viewed previously. And here you can see the log quantities are already summed up. And from the purchase order, we can print and send to our vendor log receipt tagged. The log receipt tagged currently in the system is in Estonian, but this can be changed however you need to and directly into your language. And now, if we want to take those logs into our stock, we can post and receive. So now those logs are taken into our stock. We can also directly create the purchase invoice from this document, but we can also create a new purchase invoice and bring several shipments into the purchase invoice. So let's create a new purchase invoice for our vendor. And in the Timber solution, we have created a function to bring log receipt lines to this document. Currently, we have only one, but if we had more, we could select them all and bring them to our purchase invoice and post and invoice the document. So now we have received and invoiced our logs, and we can look at the stack list. In the stack list, it is possible to describe however many stacks you have in your company, and we can also describe the type so we can easily differentiate them. And here on the list, we can already see some information about the log quantities in those stacks and even more detailed information about the stack card. Here we can see again the quantities, if there are logs in stack, or if it's a mixed stack, meaning there are different logs in this stack and so on. And here on the list, we can see more detailed information about those logs in this. So in Business Central, we can use analysis mode, which is similar to Excel's pivot. And here we can create views however we want to, and we can easily save them and even copy link and share this with our. Also, if we don't want to create the views by ourselves, we can use built-in Microsoft Copilot, and let's say we want to group stacks by type. So Microsoft Copilot creates a view for us, which can be further changed by ourselves however we want to. So this is what Copilot has created. We can keep it, and we can add some more information here if we want to. So now let's go to log sales. For selling the logs, we are also using waybills. We are creating a waybill with the type SEO. Let's navigate to that document. And we need to assign customer number to whom we are selling our logs. Then we are going to insert the assortment and the amount that we are selling. And from the waybill document, we can create sales order. Again, here we have pre-filled information about the customer. Again, it's related to the waybill from which we created this document. And the lines are created automatically for this document in a way that we assign the stack, the quantity, and from the chosen stack, the logs will be taken into this document. And we can ship those logs. And further, if customer is asking us information about their results, we can adjust the log shipment. So the customer said they all measured 49 cubic meters. We can also change price to, but don't have to. And what this here does is it takes back the initial shipment and creates a whole new shipment. That we can see from the shipments that initially with our function we do the whole shipment, and the system created us a whole new shipment document. So with that, we have also solved the logs. For the production process, we are picking up our logs and then dry them and then sort our dry material. We'll start with the log sort process. In order to do the production orders, we need to describe product families. We are using Business Central standard functionality product families in which we describe our ideal output from the logs. Here you can see a product family that there is some routing attached in which we describe which operations with which machinery we are using to saw our logs. And here we can assign the default log so this is the log from which we are going to expect the output described. Here you can see that from log such output and here it's important to notice that in the solution we have created the ability to use attribute filters. So because we don't know in which exact lengths we use them. We are going to use those product families on our planned production order, which is a document that the production planner is going to and the source that we are using. In this case, this is the product family we looked at. And on this document, we can see the expected output in the and again, here you can also see that the attributes are described using filters. Now what the planner does is we are going to plan the functionality called log consumption, and here we can see the logs that are initially planned for this production order. Here the planner can add or remove the logs however they want to. Here is the planned quantity. Again, this is the place where a planner can choose what quantities we are going to use and from which stacks. And when the planner has made the decision in order to produce the output in that status released production order. So let's move to release production orders. Those are the production orders that are going to be actually seen by the operators. And here the operator sees the same production order with the pre-made work that the planner has already done. So we can look at the log consumption. The planner has planned 49 logs, and here the operator can actually consume the logs that are going to be sawn. So let's say we are going to use 10 logs. And we can also see now that the posted quantity is now 10, and we can do this several times. And let's say we also use some quantities the day before. So with that, the log consumption has been posted and those logs are not anymore in our stock. So if we have completed this sewing process, from the other side, we are going to get the output packs from this wet material. And here we have a functionality create output pack in which we can say exactly in which measurements the sew material came out. And now we said that we are putting 50 pieces in one pack. And here we can also put several measurements into one pack. For example, let's create a mixed pack with the lengths of 3 and 3 meters. Create another. Here you can also see which is the pack output activity on this production order. So with that, we have packs of wet material in our stock. We can navigate to those packs, and on the pack card we have information about the pack from China not from information about if it's currently in stock, if it's mixed pack, what are the exact quantities, and the pack content information. With the log sewing process, we have now taken into our stock packs with wet material, and in order to get the dry material, we need to complete the drying process. So now I have changed my role center into timber supervisor, and you can see that there are different documents available for the timber supervisor. And before we go to the process, let's again look at the items and describe some items. Dry materials. And in order to dry them, we need to describe our bill of material and routing. Here you can see that the moisture content that we are going to achieve is 12. And in order to do that, we have described the production bill of material. In the bill of material, again, we are going to use item attributes. That again, in order to say that we don't exactly know what the output is going to be. So in order to get some type of material, we need to use material. And we are that in order to complete the drying process, we are going to use our dry the production bill of materials and routings. We can again go to our production orders. So let's start with the planned production order. From this list, we can already see that the production order related to dryers is the first one. And of the production order document, we can see what is the expected output, what is the expected output quantity, and what is the expected output material with the moisture content of 12 in this case. And what the planner here does is the planner plans packs. From the line, we can look at the components which we have described in our bill of material. Here we can see, as we used item attribute filters, that those are all the lengths that are possible used for this project. Here is the list of all the packs that are suitable for this current production order. In this case, we have 2 packs. Now the planner reserves the packs so that the production knows which packs need to be used for this drying production order. And the second thing the planner does is we are going to replace output attributes. So this means that in the drying process, we are not changing quantities and we are not changing the pack number, but changing some values of attributes for the items in those packs. In the drying process, this is the moisture content, but the same functionality can be used also for similar. So we are going to replace output attributes, and in this case we are using moisture content, and the value brought from the output item from this production order. In this case it's 12. So now the planner has finished, and in order to the production you see this order, I'm going to release this production order. Now we go to release production orders, look at the same order, and now what the production does is looks at what is the expected output quantity, and we can now also look at the reserved packs. Here we have 3 packs reserved. These are to be dried. Now if the production order is the production can use create output pack from a reserved pack functionality. Here, in order to take those packs out of the dryer, we can mark as dry only 1 pack, or we can post output for all packs in this production order. So now we can look at the reserved consumption packs. As we used all of them, there is none anymore. And on this document, we can also look at the item ledger entries that we created. We can see that we posted some consumption for the wet material, and we also posted some output for the dry material. As you can see from here that the quantities didn't change. The pack number also didn't change, but the item number and the item moisture content has now been changed. And on the production order lines, we can also see that we have created some output, and there is yet some output to be created. And with that, the drying process is also done, and we can finish this production order. We have now created packs of wet material and also dry material, so let's have a look at the pack list also. So in Timber Solution, we have created a pack list where is collected all the packs that have ever been in our stock. So let's filter out the packs currently in stock, and here we can see the pack numbers, barcodes, and information about the packs in the list view, with the items and also the quantities. And from here we can navigate a card on which we see more information about this pack, on which coordinate is it currently lying, if it's related to, or if it's a purchase pack, we can see this information also here. And also we can see information about the reservations, if it's been reserved for some purchase document, sales document, the production document, and so on. Also here we can see the quantities and the detailed view of the pack content. Lastly, from the production processes, let's go over also the sorting. For the sorting, we are also using production orders, and in this we can use, similarly to log sawing, we can use product families, but we don't need to use them, and we can simply consume some packs that are going to be sorted and create output. So let's say we consume. I can scan this code, or I can simply just choose it and post this site. I can new packs. Here again we can see the filters. Let's say we are using a length of 3 meters with the quality of 5, and put those into one pack. And for another example, let's say we got this quality in such quantity, and into the same pack let's put another length with the same quality in such quantity, and we are creating new packs. And all of the pack consumption and creation processes can be integrated with your machinery. So if we can get this information from your lines, we can create the packs automatically, so they don't need to be inserted in such manual way that I am doing this in this webinar. So now we have created again some output. We have some quantities still remain, but we can now finish this production order. With previous production processes, we have now created our finished product that we are ready to sell to our customer. I have now changed my view into sales order processor view in Business Central, and for the sales process, we are going to use business standard documents called blanket sales orders. On the blanket sales order, we can describe the contract with our customer. As you can see that here is the information about the customer, and on the lines it's possible to describe the items with the quantities that we have agreed upon with the customer. And also here you can see that we are using filters, as we don't exactly know which, in this case, lengths or widths we are going to be able to sell to the customer, but we have agreed on the quantities and on the dates that we are going to ship the products to the customer. From this document, we can start creating sales order, which are going to be our documents for the freights. So here we have different shipment dates, and if we fill in the quantity to ship, we can directly from this document create sales order. And also directly from this document, we can navigate to the created sales order. And here you can see that the information about the customer has been filled. And here on the lines, there is only one we are going to ship with this current freight to the customer. Now what the salesperson does is we select packs from our stock. And here in this view, we can see only the packs that are suitable for this document based on the attributes and the quantities. In this case, the first two rows are the same pack, so in total we have 2 packs ready to ship to the customer. So we select those packs to the document, and now what the salesperson also needs to do is add this sales document to transport order. This is important so that the logistic person knows that a freight needs to be ordered for this sales order. And in this view, there are transport orders that we can add this shipment to, or we can create a whole new transport order. On this document, the salesperson doesn't need to fill in much, but we can add the location from which we are going to ship and create this document, and then select this transport order to be tied with this sales order. So now we have finished with from the sales side, and now the logistic can begin their work. For the final part of issuing the goods to the customer, I have now changed my role into freight manager. And the freight manager works with transport orders. In Timber Solution, we have created transport order documents, and in this list we can see that those can be in different types. These can be outbound or inbound. And also we can see the statuses which have already been finished, which are in process, which are still in preparing, and so on. And on the transport order document, which the salesperson has created, the logistics sees that there is needs to be ordered. On the transport order document, there is also some information about the loading date that the logistic needs to fill in. For example, let's say end of March. If we have described the items using their weights and measurements. The logistic can also see information about the weights and dimensions of the freight. Also, there is information about the carrier, container, and finally information about the documents that this transport order is related to. Here, again, the logistic can see which packs are expected to be loaded onto this freight. The logistic can insert information about transportation, for example, shipping agent, information about the truck, information about the container, planned cost, and so on. So now if the logistic has planned this freight, we can change the status to confirmed. And if the truck is going to be arriving, we can change the status in queue. So if the transport order is in queue, we can start preparing if we have some kind of area in our location that we can prepare this window. We can scan, the forklift operator can scan those packs with the scanner, or in this case, I can simply copy my pack number and insert this here. So the status of this pack changes to prepared, or I can simply do this by using the buttons. And I can say I have now finished the preparing. The next step is actually loading the car, and this is in the loading window, which works the same way. We are just changing the state of the. So we have all the packs and can say that we have finished this loading. In the Timber solution, we can actually set up the system in a way that when the loading has been finished, also the sales order will be automatically shipped, so the salesperson doesn't need to do the document anymore. But today we have not set this up in such a way. So I will go back to the sales order. And from the sales order, we can post and ship this freight. With this, we can get all the needed documents. We can look at the shipment, and from the shipment, we can print and send related pack specification and CMR document. And with that, we have finished the sales process. We have now gone through the main functionalities of Oixio Timber in Business Central, which is an ERP system and a place to collect the data. But in order to get an even greater benefit from Oixio Timber solution, we have also created some visual analytics in order to make better decisions from the data collected. In Oixio Digital, we have long experience in making visual analytics views for timber industry, and today I'm going to quickly show you only some examples of the solutions we have created for our customers. Overview for each sales order and its availability by percentage. And it is also possible to get an overview of item availability by looking at items based on their attributes or characteristics and to which documents exactly are the quantities already reserved. In industry, it's crucial to plan the material flow as the material is always not available in a way. And for that, we have created several views for material planning. In this view, we can look at the inventory in the future for each log group. So we can identify if there is going to be a shortage, so it is possible to manage this in the past. On the bottom part, there are different detailed views for the purchase prognosis and also information about our sowing plans for the selected log group. In this view, there is information about log inventory in the forest. The analysis views are interactive, so by selecting a species, we can get a better overview for the selected species on an illustrated map. We have also created visual views for getting an overview of the log stock in our location. Again, by selecting the log group, we can highlight it on the photo and get a quick view of the exact stacks that those logs are located at. There is also information about the age of those logs in stack and quantities. In addition to many Power BI-based analysis views, we have also started integrating AI into our client solutions. Currently, we have an ongoing project with the goal of improving lumber output in one of our customers. In order to do that, we are using the input data from Oiksio Timber Solution. Then we are generating the machine learning model to process this data, and with the cooperation of Planner, the AI solution creates the most optimal production. With this solution, achieving only a 2% point improvement in lumber output for our customer, this creates an effect of saving $500,000 each year. So that is all from my side. Thank you for listening, and if the solution sparked some interest, please don't hesitate to contact us.
So thank you. Jana, it was pre-recorded, but still, thank you to Jana for the good presentation of our timber solution. As successfully gone through our demo, and now it's time for Q&A session. Feel free to ask your questions in Q&A chat, and Kalle will answer them. Also, if you feel that you would like to book a one-on-one meeting to get a personalized demo specific to your company, feel free to scan the code, and in bottom of the page you can fill in your data, and my good colleague Taavi will contact you and arrange all the needed details and meetings, and also hopefully we will end up presenting you our offer for implementing the solution as well. We see one question. Maybe Kalle, you would like to elaborate the answer. The answer was that if are in sorting and drying process, there are different costs related. Can these costs automatically be added to item costs, or how it goes? So can you maybe comment, and you can switch on your microphone and comment here. Yeah, Kalle, can you hear me? Put your microphone on, and then maybe you can comment.
Yes, I'm already answering these questions, but I will answer them in sound. I already answered the first one for Grete, but the second one for Soren. Can the sales processes with transport orders be used on selling logs? Currently, these freight orders or transport orders are just for regular items, like processed sawn timber, and for logs we are using waybills. But again, the product is evolving, and most of ideas we get from our customers. So there is basically nothing which is impossible to do if and I'd like to hear a bit more detailed your idea in this case. Okay, and the second one was from okay, it was about the presentation. I'm sure Taavi will contact you.
Yeah, we will send some materials
yes.
to everyone. So the secure session has been recording, and we will send the link, so you will get the materials, can review and get back to us. So there was a question from Latvia that we have local language support. Do we have office in Latvia? We don't have office in Latvia, but we have good partners in Latvia with whom we are working, and we can organize. Usually how we work is that we are as a product owner, we do the specific implementation of ERP for Timber and main this kind of supply chain processes. But we have local partners who can take care of local, for example, finance processes and consult customer in local languages. So we can ensure that we have local support available if that is needed. And of course, we can be as a second line support in English language as well. So
yes, all the implementations will be in your local language. Also, the product will be in your local language.
Yeah, it can be translated to local language as well. So let's see if there is anything else, or we have all questions that so far. Let's see here. But nevertheless, if there isn't any new questions, you can feel free to contact us. We can book as a meeting, and you can get all your answers to your questions, and then it will be more, let's say, convenient for you to ask with your own team all the questions you have. Okay, we have a new post. Let's see. Where did it come? Yeah, there is from Latvia, I think. Kalle, DaaS system has product price estimation.
Sorry, I don't see this one.
Maybe
product price estimation. Yes, it actually does. Now it's a ERP solution. As the product consists mostly from components, and as Jana showed it also in this demo, how you create the product, you use some resources like some machines, and you use some materials, and you can create pre-planned receipts and routings and assign costs to them. So based on these pre-planned pre-planned routings and receipts, you may plan. But actually today we are not using anymore these fixed planning costs. What we are doing currently with one of our customers is we are trying to use AI to predict the end cost of a saw material based off log prediction, because for sawmills and also for the other timber companies, it all comes mostly down to the log prices. And what we are doing today, we are trying to predict log prices in the future. And on top of that, we are building a price prediction model for end products. Mm-hmm. But this again, we can discuss more in personalized meetings.
Yeah, and then there is one more from Søren Hvide Antonsen regarding support for certification. Maybe it's too over a question, but what pops in your mind, Kalle, if there is a question regarding support for certification?
BFC balance. What we can do, we can help you track all the logs and all the material, and based on that tracking, we can help you create your needed reporting. But right now, we don't have ready-made reporting because every company has made it by themselves.
Okay. Yeah, so thank you, Kalle, for that as well. So at the moment, I don't see any new comments here. So I believe we have got most of the questions and comments at the moment. We will share within 1 or 2 days a recording with everyone who participated today and who registered as well. And as said, feel free to book a personalized meeting, and we will prepare all the answers and more detailed demo. I hope today's session was valuable insight to our Timber solution and Microsoft Dynamics. Thank you for your time, and have a successful day ahead. Thank you and goodbye.